Good morning to all. On behalf of PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Biomedical Department faculty members would like to welcome all the participants for this first day webinar on self-development workshop on Python in machine learning. In this workshop, the theory and hands-on session of Python libraries are explained using a public data set available from the open source network. I am happy to introduce on behalf of PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, Biomedical Department faculty members would like to welcome all the participants for this first day webinar on self-development workshop on Python and machine learning. In this workshop, the theory and hands-on session of Python libraries are explained using a I am happy to introduce an eminent person as a guest speaker, Mr. C. Rajakumar, Technical Architect, Consultant, and Managing Director of TechStack Technology, DINDIGUL. He is having 17 years of experience in teaching and in industry. He is expertised in Python, Java, J2EE, middleware, enterprise application architecture and its application, and then web component developer. We hope by the end of this session, the participants will come to know about how to use the Python libraries in machine learning for various applications. Once again, I welcome you all for this webinar. Now, I hand over this section to Mr. C. Rajakumar. Sir, please.
Thanks a lot, Ma. I guess I am audible. Very good morning to everyone. So this is not a traditional seminar, right? Everybody sit in our home and we are remotely connecting everyone. So it's a great pleasure for me. First of all, I would like to thank the given opportunity. For me, it's again definitely it's a golden opportunity in this COVID period, because everyone is in a lockdown period, right? So sharing knowledge is very much important. In my opinion, that is very much vital role nowadays. So I thank again the head of the department of PSNA Biomedical Department, Biomedical Engineering Department. At the same time, I would like to thank the management of PSNA College of Engineering and Technology. So straight away, I would like to go to the topic. Anywhere, if you have any doubts or questions, please type it in the chat box. At the maximum, I will reply back immediately. And the topic here is like Python and machine learning. These both are very big giants. Like Python is again another giant, and machine learning is another giant. So I try to create a presentation in a mixed mode. It's like Python as well as machine learning. Even I know that the participants from Zoom meeting, as well as in the participants from the live YouTube live members are mixed in category. Some of them know about Python and some of them know about machine learning. That's why I created the mixed kind of a thing. It is not fully programmatic. At the same time, the presentation is not fully theoretical. I'm moving to the next slide. Like, for my instead of introducing myself, the head of the department of biomedical engineering, give a brief about me more. Even though I would like to tell more points about me, like I started my career as a lecturer in RVS Engineering College. Later, I moved to Wipro Technologies and playing the role as a senior software developer. I worked in Java J2EE projects earlier. Even I worked in the middleware products. I worked in IBM message queue and then message broker kind of thing. And later I moved to the Polaris Financial Technology as a technical architect, and playing the role closely with the CTO of the company. And now currently I'm playing the role of a technical architect again in TechStack Technology. And before entering to the topic, first we need to give the thanks to this guy. I guess a few of them know about this guy. I guess Guido van Rossum. He's the creator of the particular Python, and we must thank to this guy because if this guy is not creating the Python language, we are not communicated, right? We are collaboratively communicating now. So first of all, I would like to thank this guy too. And the agenda for the particular session is like I'm trying to introduce a fundamental thing in algorithms, and slightly I'm trying to move to machine learning algorithm, and introducing Python and machine learning in healthcare department, how it goes, and then what are the libraries are needed to do that. Like that way I'm created the presentation. Mm, and the prerequisites for the session is like the people, the participants needs to know Python 3 basis, not in a high level, at the base level. I guess the engineering college students have the Python sessions, Python what like a subject in your first year I guess. So pretty much you know a little about Python, I guess. Definitely that is needed because I am not going to teach a Python here entirely from the scratch, because the timing is very limited, and the audience is in a different mindset, right? That's why the technical prerequisite is like you must know Python 3 basis. And the not non-technical thing is like eager to listen because you are going to learn a new thing, and you got to ask a question, that is all needed. And one more important thing is like do not feel sleepy because everybody in sitting in your room and sitting in your home or whatever, somebody may be in travel, I guess. So everyone in a sophisticated environment, right? You are in what like this is not a conference room, right? If it is in a conference room, everybody properly sitting and everybody listening that for at least 30 minutes. But now the environment is like a collaborative environment. We are in our sophisticated position, right? So please do not feel sleepy. So this is like a first slide which tell about that algorithm. Generally, algorithm is nothing but an instruction, a set of instruction. We say like a set of instruction that is designed to do a specific task. To complete a particular task, a set of instructions is designed. That is called an algorithm. Say, for example, in a real life, lot of algorithms is implemented by us. One of the algorithms, like if suppose you are making a tea. Okay, so we are following this step, right? First, we are taking the tea bag and put it in the cup, and after that, we fill the water with the vessel, water in the vessel, and we heat the water, and then we pour the boiled water to the cup and add the milk to the cup and add some sugar in that. Finally, we stir well and make a tea, right? These are the steps, these are the set of instructions to make a tea recipe, right? So if we follow that instruction, we get the good tea. If you're not following the order, right? Think about that. I'm not taking the tea bag first. Okay, I'm taking the vessel and fill the water. Then I'm adding the sugar in that. So that's not a proper way, right? So to make a traditional, a good algorithm, we need to follow a set of instructions in a perfect way to complete a specific task. And another traditional algorithm example is like in computer science world. Initially, I'm telling about that the algorithm which is in our real-time scenario. Now I tell about that an algorithm which is in computer science field. If suppose I want to find the biggest number among the three, suppose I have three numbers like A have one value, B have one value, and C have one value. So I want to find which one is big. So for that case, everybody knows that we are writing an algorithm like this way. We are starting, we are putting the start statement and we read three numbers and assign it to the variable ABC and check whether if A is greater, then we are putting multiple if conditions. And then if it is not okay, then we are putting some other if conditions. Then finally we are we are conclude that that maybe A may be big or C may be big or B may be big. So for that, the implementation of the algorithm is like this, right? Again, one more thing is like and the way to write the programming is different. maybe that may be very simple or that may be complex. So here you see here note, right? I'm writing multiple if statements. I'm putting an if statement here. Then inside that I'm putting another if statement with an else. And we have else part. Again, we put an else to find A is big or C is big or B is big. Even I'm doing the same thing in a two line, okay, to find the largest number. So this is the way to implement the particular algorithm, right? So traditional algorithm working like this. Even one more example I will try to tell you, because algorithm, what a lot of people is not knowing about an algorithm. So without knowing algorithm, how we are going to learn a machine learning algorithm? That's the reason I'm giving more point here. Then another algorithm for another algorithm computer science is, everybody feel this one. If suppose we are trying to delete a file, it asks us like, are you sure you want to delete this file or not? So it asks us yes or no. Okay, so basically this is like a GUI program, graphical user interface program. In Windows we know about this. So if I give a yes button, if I press a yes button, that do something. If I press no button, it do something. So in this case, if I press yes, the file will be deleted. If I'm not pressing yes, instead of pressing, if I'm pressing no, it is not deleting the file, right? So again, multiple if conditions will be there, right? So simply we say algorithm is nothing but a lot of conditions. That may not only if condition. Sometimes we need some iteration process. At the time we are writing a for loop or while loop or do while loop, and multiple statements we need that. So this is for understanding purpose, I said. Okay. And this traditional algorithm is represented in a diagram. So here you see, I have a program, the program have a logic, and it have an input, and we get an output, right? So this is happened in a traditional algorithm. But what happened in the machine learning algorithm? Okay. So this thing, like I guess everybody have the experience in this also. Think about that. If suppose I want to find the destination, the place I want to reach a tech stack technology from Dindigal bus stand. Assume that from the Dindigal bus stand, I want to reach my center like tech stack technology. So I'm able to search the particular thing in Google Map, right? So I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking the screenshot of here. So here, what happened is Google Map trying to find the place, right, to reach the path to reach the particular place, right, particular destination from the source to destination. So here you see, this is one of the blue thing is one of the route. Okay. So another thing is this one. From this here, we reach to the center in this way. And one more route will be there. We may go from here to here, and then we go like this way. So in a simple scenario, this is a simple scenario. We found three paths, right, to reach a particular destination from the source. So assume that, like the same way, if I want to reach if I want to reach Chennai from Dindigal. So from Dindigal to Chennai, I want to reach. What happened? So I may have multiple options, right, to reach. So these are the things suggested by Google Map nowadays. Okay. So everything is based on AI, artificial intelligence. I guess all the guys knows about this term. I guess definitely, at least in definition level, everybody's know that. So the intelligence is artificially given to the program. Based on that intelligence, it suggests to us. Okay. So Google Map give three kind of route, and that is because of the artificial intelligence executed in the background of a Google Map. Okay, in particular three route, it gives me only one route. It show me the suggest route, right? The suggest route is in blue color, right? Three path will be there, but even though it suggests me a single route, okay, it is in a blue color. Why? That is because of based on my pattern, or even sometimes that may be like a shortest path to reach the particular destination. You think about here, you see, it says like 2.4 kilometers from here to there. Okay, that is maybe a shortest. No, another path will be there. That may be 2.5 kilometer. So based on the shortest path, it gives the suggestion. Do you get my point? I guess. Out of three, one of the algorithm, one of the sorry, 1 minute. Yes, out of three paths. One of the path will be suggested to me. That is called machine learning. Okay, so we are going to detailedly discuss about that. Okay, if suppose generally you think without Google Map, early days we don't have the Google Map, right? So if I want to reach from one source to another destination, how you can go? With your knowledge, you are going to that, right? That is a traditional algorithm. Okay, so up to now, what we discussed is a traditional algorithm, what it is, and what is the machine learning algorithm. Okay, so here again, the machine learning algorithm diagrammatical representation is earlier I tell about that a program we give a input to the program and the particular program gives the output. But now what happened is the output is not given by this program, especially the machine learning algorithm not giving the output. It gives the logic to us. The logic will be given to another process and we get one more input from there and finally we get the output. So such kind of a logic, such kind of a complexity is available. That's why this is not a traditional algorithm. This is different compared to the normal algorithm. Okay, and one more thing, think about that. For finding the shortest path between these two, without machine learning algorithm, we are able to write the program using C or C++, right? Definitely we are able to write because in our first year studies using C or C++ programming language, and even computer science people's using the data structure concepts like a shortest path, digestor algorithm, everybody knows about that. So definitely we are able to write a program which finds the shortest path from source to destination. But what the problem is, we need to write more code. We need to write more if statements. It affects the performance of the program. For the single source and destination is not a matter, even though for the single source from the to the destination is not a matter. So for different kind of a source and then destination is a huge thing, right? Because at the same time, a lot of people's searching the path between a source and destination to Google, right? Even I am trying to find the one destination. Even you are also trying to find one destination while traveling. So millions of people are trying to find the destination to reach through Google Map. So at the same time, these things needs to be what processed back to the particular requesters. So that is not possible with the traditional algorithm. That's why we are looking for the machine learning algorithm. I guess you have some amount of information regarding machine learning, I guess. If you have a doubt, if you have anything up to now, you may ask in the chat window. Okay. And I'm moving to the type of machine learning algorithms. Basically, it have four types. One is called supervised learning, another is called unsupervised learning, and semi-supervised and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is nothing but the data. Data is actually vital for the any algorithm, any program, right? Think about we are talking about that what like biggest numbers among three, right? So for that kind of a program, I need to give the numbers only, right? If suppose I'm giving alphabets for that, our program is not working perfectly, right? So like that, for this any type of an algorithm, data is very much vital. It's like a petrol for an engine. So data, sometimes the data have the labels, it have the identity. Then we are going for supervised learning, the first category. So if data doesn't have an identity, then we are going for unsupervised learning. That's a big difference. Okay, data with the label, that is called supervised. Data without label, we are going for unsupervised. So this is depends upon a scenario, like what kind of a data you are getting from. So I'm a person. I am if suppose I want to do a machine learning process at the time. First thing is I want to get the data, right. Based on the data type, you can decide you are going for a supervised learning or unsupervised learning. I guess you got my point, I guess. Okay, so in that supervised learning category, again, two kind of subdivisions will be there, subfold will be there. One is called classification, another is called regression. So classification, again, it have a lot of algorithms. Here I am pinpointing some algorithms only. So K nearest neighbor is one of the best algorithm in classification category, and a support vector machine SVM is another, and a random forest. These are the algorithms coming under classification. And the regression again, it have like a linear regression as well as logistic regressions. And some of the algorithms coming under unsupervised categories K-means clustering, okay, and principal component analysis for dimensionality reduction, and a priori algorithm, very famous and very old algorithm, which is a priori, and that is for association rule mining. Okay, so here the thing is like we know about that algorithm. The things like the k nearest neighbor and the svm random forest and the logistic regression, linear regression, these are the algorithms available. This is very much a small amount only. Here I mentioned a lot of algorithms will be available coming under machine learning, but all the algorithms are categorized into four categories: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, reinforcement. So semi-supervised means like the mix of both, like semi-supervised and then unsupervised. Okay. The reinforcement learning is like agent with given data, which may be classified or clustered like of a thing. Again, that is like an advanced learning process in machine learning algorithm nowadays. Early days, reinforcement learning is not there. Nowadays, this will be coming into the picture in machine learning category. Okay, so this is like a theoretical part I'm telling that. And where these kind of algorithms are used, am I use the particular algorithm to sort the numbers? No. Are we use those algorithms to find to write a database program, to connect the database program? No. But these things are very much required for the huge kind of task, complex kind of a task, like email filtering. I guess everybody know about that. If you go to Gmail, you are able to see three different tabs, right? Do you remember? It have the primary tab as well as the social as well as promotional. So initially these things are not there, right? Initially means initially Gmail is launching their service, right? At the time, this is look like yeah, Yahoo Mail. Okay, there is no three different tabs. Even though nowadays we have the option to create multiple tabs. Okay, so what happened for this? The mails coming to me is categorized into three, right? Better I will open the. I'm not sure. A minute. Okay, I guess to you please understand about that thing. Three different tabs will be there. Definitely, everybody knows that. One is primary thing. Another is social. The everybody knows about a Facebook, right? If any kind of a Facebook related mail is comes, that automatically goes to that second tab, right? That is not coming to the primary tab. Why? Because there is a filtering happened, which is executed before the mail is reached to you. Okay, so based on the filter, the mail will be categorized. So which is primary, which is social, and which is promotional. At the maximum, you see the Amazon kind of a thing, Flipkart kind of a mails are coming in the promotional, right? So this is called the email filtering. So for this kind of email filtering, why this is not possible in normal traditional programming means, every day we are getting a mail, right? At the minimum, we are getting 10 to 15 mails, right? If you are a people working in an industry, that's it, right? You are getting huge mails. A lot more mails is related to bank, like a loan application forms, or what, like tax kind of a thing. At the same time, you have huge number of contacts. Definitely, you get the contact mail from LinkedIn and what Facebook, everything. Even the social medias like normal thing, Quora, everything will be you are getting, right? Mails, you are getting a lot more mails. Yes. Additionally, you get the primary mails from your friends and family members, right? So for a single person, we are receiving a lot of mails. Like that in the entire world. Think about that. How many mails will be received? So all the mails needs to be categorized, right? That is not an easier task, right? That's why the machine learning algorithm working here, and that is for very complex programming applications. Even speech recognition, everybody knows this also. An example, In my mobile I have a speech recognition, so based on that we are able to search, right? Even Google, if I tell something to Google, Google automatically understand my speech and type it in a search box. Based on that, it give me the suggestion back. Even Flipkart also doing the same. And Flipkart, you don't need to type that. If you tell that, that automatically types in the particular app, so you got the response back. So how this is possible? Because I have a separate tone, you have a separate tone, female have a separate tone, even different continents people have different slang. Okay, all the things will be understandable by a program, and it give the response back immediately, right? Not in delay. It's not taking more time. In a fraction of second it give the response back. How it is possible? Because of this machine learning algorithms. This is a complex task, right? And where these are the places machine learning algorithm is better to shoot. Okay, any doubts up to now? Any questions? Okay, definitely if you have a question, definitely end of the session I will answer you. No worry about that. um, um, uh, it's not a big deal to get a response from me. Okay, I'm moving to another slide. So basically how the learning is happened. Okay, think about that in our world, not world, like in our childhood days. Okay, think about that. Our brain learn a lot, right? Good habits, bad habits. Okay, initially think about that. In this slide, you think about this side, you see this side. Okay, these are the inputs given to the brain. Say for example, brushing your teeth is good, playing with the fire is bad, and taking a bath is good. I guess these are good, I guess. I'm not sure about that because somebody is not taking a bath every day in a COVID period, right? And this thing, what, like hurting a pet animal or hurting any animal, that is bad. And what, like doing exercise or yoga is good, and taking junk food is bad. Do you know these things are what, like we learn in our childhood days, that is stored in our brain, right? Are you agree with me? These are the things early days we learn about this. Okay, so in our mind we have some mapping kind of a model. Maybe we have the good categories and we have the bad categories. Even in our schools they have a lot of charts, right? Based on the chart we understand. Teacher, your LKG or UKG teacher tell about that, right? Good habits, bad habits, kind of a thing. So those things are stored in our mind like a model. Okay, that's a model. Okay, so from that model, nowadays what we understand, looking a mobile in late night is bad. My brain tell about that. Few of the members' brain, I guess it's a good. I guess I'm not sure about that, but this is bad, surely, right? So this is an input to the brain nowadays. It says bad, like that. Taking fruits, vegetables, and what, like healthier items. That is also good. That is understandable by the brain, and it gives good sign to us. Okay, this is called a learning, right? So not only this good or bad thing, even driving your bicycle, or driving a car or driving a motorcycle, you have the learning in your brain, right? Initially you fumbled with something, and then after maybe you get a scars, then you learn about that particular thing, then now you are perfectly drive, right? At the maximum we are not fell down while driving bicycle or bike, right? Why? Because your brain learn about that. Okay, that is called a learning. So based on the data, it has the learning. I guess somebody, Rahul, raises his hand. Do you have any other questions, Rahul, up to now? Please type it in the chat window. So can I move further? Maybe later we'll discuss about your questions, Rakul. Okay. So the point here is like learning happened based on the data. Okay, these are the data. These are the input data. Okay, even these are the labeled data, right? This is labeled in my brain. This is labeled by the teacher. This is good. This is bad, like that, right? So brain build a model based on that. Which is one is good, which is one is bad, which is bad, which is good, right? So based on that model, if we receive any new thing, okay, new thing like this one, or new thing like this one, or any other new things, your brain understand about that, right? This is good or bad, and we are able to classify it, right? Okay, this is good, we can do further, or this is not good, we are not, we are stopping the particular thing up to now. Okay, like that, our brain doing that learning process, right? Okay, do you get my point, right? Even another example I will tell you, like in a healthcare practice, the MBBS students, like the medical students, right? They are not directly entering into the field. Initially, once they are completed their course, what they are doing, they are going to the practice, right? So with the help of a experienced doctor, they are trailering the particular experienced doctor, right? I'm able to see those kind of doctors in my earlier days. Okay, he's simply following the doctor instruction. Even he is not speaking at the time. He just what he is do is like listening. Okay, and he learned from that, right? That is a learning process. Okay, that may be like 6 months or 1 year. After that only he is entering into the field. So in the particular period, what happened, he knows about that particular patient's things, right? Maybe some of the patients come with the problem of headache. Some of the persons coming with the problem of what, a fever. And fever may be different cases, different kind of reasons the fever may be happened. And headache is also coming in caused because of multiple factors, right? So those factors are analyzed by the doctor, and based on that he prescribed the medicine. So those things will be learned by these people, right? So the learning happened in that way, in a real time scenario. So I'm giving a real time scenario for the learning. Okay, like that, our machine going to learn. Okay, our machine nowadays, everything's are available. Even in Hollywood movies, if you see, lot of devices and a lot of things will be learned. Best example is a Terminator movie. Okay, I am very much fan about the Terminator movie series. Why? Because earlier days we don't know about the robots. um, like uh, just we are talking nowadays like 2.0, like the Rajini movie, right? But earlier days, everybody likes the Terminator movie because Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the robot role, right? So at the time, they are thinking a lot of things like a machine learning process. So how the machine learning is happened? Like our brain, the machine going to learn. Okay. So here we are telling about this learning, right? Like that, we feed lot of data to the program, which is running in a computer. That data is called historical data. Okay, from the data your program understands something, and it build the model, like our brain build the model, right? Okay, so that model is like our intelligence. Okay, the model is like our intelligence in our brain. So if any new data will be coming, the model get the data and do the prediction. Okay, that is called machine learning. Very simple term. I guess you got the point, I guess. Up to now, any questions? Up to now? Okay. So I will repeat the same again. Like, so our program which is running a computer going to learn. That is coined as machine learning. Machine is nothing but our computer. The machine may be your what? Your laptop. Your machine may be your car. Okay. A machine may be your washing machine. It do the learning process. How it learns? Because of from the data only, right? Without the data, how we are learning? Okay, so think about that Google car, right? A driverless car. That is one of best example, which is coming under again deep learning, not in machine learning. again that is part of that is subfield of artificial intelligence, again deep learning. So a car understand a lot of things as like signboard and the route map, everything it knows about that. Based on that, the program which is running in the car going to practice it, going to play it. Okay, that is called machine learning. Okay. Okay, I guess now you understand about machine learning a little. Okay. So now we are going to a hands-on process. Okay, because this is not up to now this much of theory is enough, I guess. Okay. um, Before entering into the hands-on process, I want to tell about Python. Okay, up to now we are discussing about machine learning and then algorithms, right? Now we are going to learn about Python. So why we need a Python here? Okay, why not Java, or why not C or C++? Okay, even we are able to write a code using Java or C or C++ using for this particular complex task. Already I said, like Java, using Java I'm able to write a code, but the code may have a lot of if else conditions. It may have a lot of iteration process, that is inner loop. A lot of things is going to be happened in that code, because the purpose for those languages is different. Okay, the purpose for Java and the purpose for C++ is different. I guess everybody know about that. I guess so C is perfectly fit for device driver related programmings, right? Writing a program for system softwares. C and C++ is better to do that. System softwares like maybe OS, if I want to write a new OS, C, C++ is better. Or if I want to write a device driver kind of a files, C, C++ is better. And Java is better for enterprise level applications like a Flipkart application, or the applications like what we say like banking applications. Nowadays we are doing the money transfer using banking applications, right? For that Java is well fit, but that is not fit for machine learning kind of a process. Even Java have the library. Okay, Mahout, Apache Mahout is one of the library which is available for machine learning. But even though if we are comparing the number of lines in machine learning for Java is less in Python. That's why we are preferring Python for machine learning. Okay. And another thing is like so another thing is like even alternate language will be there. I guess everybody knows about that. I guess R language. The language name is called R. Anybody knows about that? R language. Before that, one more language will be there for statistics, that is called S. Okay, so based on S, another language will be built that is called R. This is the best language for machine learning again. But compared to Python, it have again this also parallelly this is okay, Python and then R will be there. But Python is very much popular nowadays because of huge volume of libraries. Okay, it provides a lot more libraries nowadays. Okay, lot of libraries. That's why Python is chosen here. Everywhere you see due to the machine learning or deep learning, Python or R will be preferable. So in both, which one is preferable means Python is preferable. Okay, because of libraries, lot of libraries. Okay, okay. Now I'm moving to another thing. Suppose for can I do the same program in core Python? Not possible. Okay, machine learning is not able to done by core Python. So additionally, you need a library. Okay, think about that. Suppose I want to write a um, web application using Java. In core Java, we are not able to write a web application, right? So what we need, like in Java, we need JSP, servlet, or a string kind of a framework we need, right, to write a web application. Like that, using core Python, you are not able to write a machine learning program. Okay, so you need a special libraries for that. Those libraries are called NumPy, Pandas, and then scikit-learn. Okay, then additionally you need the libraries like Matplotlib, and then Seaborn. These are the libraries. These are the libraries needs to be configured in your machine, needs to be installed and configured. So normally we have a command pip to install the particular package or library. So pip install IPython. IPython is another interactive shell. That's it. It gives a best shell process for you. Okay, there is a lot of environment will be there. Like Anaconda is one of the best environment for Python. Another is like a Jupyter. Even like the environments like IDE is also available nowadays. PyCharm is one of the best IDE for Python. Okay, a lot of environments will be there, and we need to configure a lot. But I'm going to give a simple solution for that. Okay, don't worry about that. So installing all the packages and doing the programming is very tough, right? So for that, I will give you a simple solution. So up to now, you understand that Python process, right? So we are choosing a Python for machine learning. Why? We know that. And for Python, we are not able to do the programming. So we need additional libraries, those things. That's why we are installing that. And we are going for the detail about the libraries now. Okay, NumPy, this is one of the library we are going to use in our demo purpose. So this is like the purpose for the particular NumPy is to define the data structures. Okay, so as I said earlier, data is available. Data is vital for learning. Without data, your program is not going to learn anything. So nowadays, even big data world will be there, right? Nowadays, we are producing a lot of data. If you go to what like Facebook or WhatsApp, what we are doing, we are just forwarding a lot of messages, right? So we are making huge volume of data, right? So those volume of data needs to be accommodated nowadays for any kind of a program. Okay, so for accommodating those data to the program or storing the data to the program, we need this kind of what like a package NumPy. So in this, especially in the NumPy, handling n-dimensional array, not only say a 2 dimension or 3 dimension, it handling the n-dimensional array. So in machine learning, definitely we need this kind of a library because accommodating the data. Even we are choosing the healthcare related data only we are going to store. So at the minimum level, that may be a 2 dimensional data. Sometimes that may be 3 dimensional, 4 dimensional. So to store the data to the programming environment, definitely this library is needed, NumPy. Okay, and another library is called Pandas. Okay, this is for again for handling the complex data structures. It have a lot of functions related to that. Okay, I will give the demo for all the things, a very high level demo for that, because machine learning is our task, right? So I'm going to run a machine learning program at the end of that. So for that, based on that timing, I will give a demo for each and everything. And matplotlib, this is another package which is for showing the data in a graphical way. Okay, so if you see the data in a tabular format, that is not good sometimes. You don't understand a lot more stuff in that. But if the data is in pictorial format, that is very much good at the time, because the 1,000 of word is equal to a picture, right? So if I want to express one thing with 1,000 of word, I'm able to express the same thing with a single picture, right? So that's why the data visualization is done by matplotlib package, which gives a 2 dimensional kind of a thing, not a 3 dimensional thing. So for that, matplotlib also we are going to use to plot a lot of graphical data. And another thing is Seaborn, that is for statistical data visualization. Again, that is also another package. Okay, compared to Matplotlib, Seaborn give a huge thing of huge informations. Okay, sorry, it gives a lot of methods. And one more library is like scikit-learn. That is main thing which do the machine learning algorithm. Okay, So it have a lot of algorithms inside. Earlier we discussed about that, right? Like supervised, unsupervised, and it have the categories of classification, regression, right? So for those, a lot of algorithms will be available in this package. This package needs to be there, but loading the data or seeing the data, we need these additional packages like NumPy, Pandas, or Seaborn. I guess you got my point, I guess. Okay. So at the minimum, a particular machine learning programmer or machine learning algorithm written developer needs this kind of libraries to understand about the data and to see about the data and do the analytical based on the data. These are the libraries is needed. Okay. And going to the demo thing. So I will do the demo one by one. These are the instructions available in this PPT. I will do that in the environment. Okay. So what kind of environment we are going to use, I will tell you that. Okay. I guess some of the people know about that collaborator. Okay. So this is like one of an environment which is available in Google. That is for research purpose or practicing purpose. So no need to install anything in your machine. Just if you have a Google account, you are able to access it. That's it. Okay. So I will show you that particular thing. Okay. 1 minute. Mm, I guess if I open the browser, you're able to see. I guess. Are you able to see my browser? You're able to see, right? Okay. If there is a problem, you please chat in the chat box. Okay. So just you Google it like collaborator. Okay. collaborator.research.google.com. That's a link. Okay. Maybe I will paste the link in the chat window. Mm, so where I can paste better. Please make a note of it. I will paste it in the notepad. So this is the link collab.research.google.com. Or simply you search like collaborator or collab. Okay, collab. So you get the environment like this. You get an environment like this. So earlier we do a lot of programs here. So now I am going to I have an option to create a new notebook or cancel. Okay. So I will create a new notebook here. This is like a very much easier process. Okay. So to do the programming in this environment, definitely you need a net connection. Okay, but no need to worry about anything. Okay, so even I have the slide related to that. 1 minute, I will move to that slide first. Yes, this is an environment collaborator, or simply we say like collab. So it allows to write a code and execute Python code in a browser, and no configuration is needed, zero configuration, and free to access. No need to pay anything for that. Even they provide the GPU kind of environment. Okay, graphical processor unit kind of environment. And if you done a code in this environment, even we are able to easily share the code to anybody. Yeah, that is the main thing. Okay, so I will type the code again here, and I am able to share the code to everyone in this file, in this presentation. Okay, okay. Now I'm moving to the part which is related to NumPy. Any question up to now? Please type it in the chat window if you have. Okay. So simple thing like mm, I will open that browser. Oh. uh, here you see, I'm not telling about that Python here, because Python has a lot of data structures, like it have a data frame, it have array, and it have what, a dictionary, and it have list set, everything will be there. And it have what, like data structures like a string, and then numbers, everything will be there. But those things are very base thing. I'm not touching the particular part. Directly I'm going to the libraries, which is library related code, numpy related code. Okay, so here the first thing is you can change the code. Maybe I will give the name for the particular code is like um, Python YAML. Okay, uh, workshop. Okay, got it. Okay, and we have a lot of options. You can download the code in a Python version, or you can store your code in a GitHub. A lot of options will be there here. Okay, so here first thing is like again already I tell you that, right, we need to install a lot of packages, right? Here no need, because everything will be installed by default. So just you can import it. Okay, so NumPy, here we are going to looking for the NumPy. So first thing I will write a text here. So 1 minute. So like a test NumPy. Okay, demo code. Okay, I'm going to write the code now. So very first thing is like we need to import the particular package. So Python have the code like import NumPy as np. Okay, this is the code which imports the library to the particular location in a memory. Simply we say memory. This is like if you are a Java programmer, you can easily understand. We installed a lot of classes, right, using import. Say, for example, if I want to import array list, I can write the code like import java.util.array list, right? Like that in C, C++, we are including the libraries like has include stdio.h, conia.h, right? So like that here, Python, we are importing the NumPy package here. Just you give control enter, it imports it. If you have an issue, definitely you got the exception here. Okay, and after this what I'm going to do is using the particular NumPy algorithm, I'm going to write the code. Okay, so already I tell you that NumPy is for creating the data structure kind of a thing. It gives the n dimensional array data structure. Okay, so I'm going to create a single dimension first, then I'm going to create a 2 dimension first. With the help of that, what are the things we are going to do? We are going to see that. Okay, so this is like a importing process. Another code area I'm going to write. So this is like what I'm going to create an array. Okay, array equal np is a variable already we created. Sorry, np is nothing but, yeah, in the previous code we are writing that it have a method called array. Okay, so inside that you put a square bracket. You write something like maybe 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 is better, up to this better. Just you enter it, control enter, or you just click a play button of this. Okay, it execute that. Okay, so another thing is I'm going to write one more line. So one more line I'm going to write. Just I'm printing AR. What is this? This is an array, right? This is an array. This is a single dimension array. Okay, how I say this is a single dimension array? We need to check it, right? Again, we have the code to check it. So we say like ndim. Okay, ARR dot ndim. Ndim means number of dimensions. It's a one, right? Okay, suppose I want to create a 2 dimensional array. What we are going to do? Again, I put a square bracket here. 2 square brackets is needed. Okay, then I'm going to create one more square bracket here. Maybe again for the simplicity purpose, I'm giving normal numbers. Maybe 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, I'm executing the same line again, and here also I'm executing the same line. Now you see the output is different, right? This is one row. This is another row. Okay, this is the column number 1, column 2, column 3. Now the n dimension, if you write, if you think, you see a 2-dimensional array. If you want to write 3-dimension, again you put one more square bracket and then write the data for that. Okay, that is not our thing, right? That is not our uh, task now today. And the task is like a little bit familiar about the packages and a little bit familiar about machine learning using these packages. Okay, and you see the same thing to creating array. I can do one more way. Even lot more way will be there by numpy. One of the ways like again arr 2 I'm going to create, array 2 I'm going to create, np dot a range. Okay, that is one of the method. If I give 6, okay, control enter, I'm giving it create an array just in a single line. Okay, again I'm writing one more statement. If I print arr2, what happened? It create an array. Okay, that is a single dimension. Okay, with 0 to 5, because I'm giving 6. Okay, 6 elements will be arranged in this array. Okay, the same thing we are going to use reshape. Okay, here you see, to make a 2-dimension array, what I'm doing is like reshape is one of the method. Reshape of 2 comma 3, so that means 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so I'm creating that array. Now I'm executing that. Here you see the same kind of a thing, right? The data is different. The data start with a 0 here, and here the data start with 1. That's the thing, right? So this is another way to create array in NumPy. Okay, why these are the things needed? Because definitely you are going to get the data in number format only. Definitely, sorry, array format only. So we need to accommodate that particular data initially. That's why we are doing this code here. Okay, and we have a lot more methods like and attributes. Say for example, array dot shape, which gives the shape of the particular data. It says like the dimensions 2 comma 3, 2 rows and then 3 columns, and the size of the particular array. Array dot size. Okay, and there is one of that one more attribute. It says okay, numpy object give lot more methods, np dot min. Okay, if I say min with the array, okay, what happened is it gives the minimum value in the particular array. So see, with a single line I'm finding the minimum number of a particular array. Okay, so like that way I can find a maximum number, right? What method it's going to be? Yes, max, right? np dot max. Even learning Python is very simple. Okay, arr. So what is the output? There is 6, right? Here you see the maximum value will be 6. And like that we have a lot more methods like mean method will be there to find the mean value of the particular array. np dot mean of array, sorry, mean of arr. Okay, so it gives you a mean value. Okay, it's like an average value, right? And you can find the sum also using some method. np dot sum of arr. Arr is nothing but array variable, right? Here you see the sum is 21. And if I want to find the minimum numbers position, again it have the methods like arg max, arg min. I will write the code again. np dot arg argument max, argument min. Okay, first I'm giving the minimum value for arr. It says the position of the particular thing. 0th position we have the minimum value. Okay, and even I have one more method dot arg max. If I put a bracket here, you see it gives the best learning material, right? What are the parameter we need to pass? Okay, and what it going to return, and it have a best thing. It gives the best what like documentation it gives. Okay, this is a learning material for the programmer. No need to search it in a Google for material. Okay, this platform gives enough information. Okay, okay, now I'm giving the input for arr array 2. So the maximum value definitely in the 5th position, right? Here you see arr I'm giving. This is an arr array 0 1 2 3 4 5, 5th position. Okay, so like that lot more method will be there in NumPy. Okay, lot more method. So these are the things very easily handled, right? That's why we are using NumPy in machine learning programming. So initially we are accommodating or storing the data in our program. For that, NumPy is best choice. After that, we play with the data. Okay. Okay. Now I'm moving to pandas. Okay. I'm going to give the demo for the pandas. I'm going to create pandas. Pandas code. Okay. I'm going to write a code now. Again, this is very much simple component. Even in the slide I am mentioning about that, it gives three kind of a data structure. I will show you that. Okay, yeah, this is like a series. This is one of the data structure. Data frame is another data structure. Panel is another data structure. So if I want to handle single dimension data, series is used. 2-dimension data frame is used, and for 3-dimension panel it will be used. Okay, so here we have list of commands we have. Up to now we are doing the matrix, right? Using data frame we are going to play a lot now. Okay, data frame which is available in where? Pandas library. Okay, I'll show you the code. So again, very first code, what we are going to do, importing, right? Import pandas as pd. Any variable you can give here, pd or pa, anything, it's your convenient. So I'm importing that. That's it. If any problem will be there, it show the problem. Okay, up to now well and good, there is no problem in that. But we are making a problem, then we can understand how it going to throw the error, right? So now I'm going to create a data here. This is a data for a table, like a 2-dimensional data. It have rows and column, not a matrix kind of a data. We are going to handle it in a different way. For that, think about maybe like a shopping cart kind of a thing. I'm going to do that. So for that, I'm creating one dictionary. I guess the Python, the known people of Python knows about one of the category dictionary, right? So I'm going to create that. So here I put apple, 1 minute. So apple, okay. Then colon. I'm putting a square bracket array. This is like an array, 3 comma 2 comma 1. Okay. And another thing is like maybe orange. Sorry, in a single quote. In Python, the string needs to be given in single quote or a double quote. Okay, orange, and then colon. I'm giving about what, like one more array. I'm going to create it, that is called 2 comma 4 comma 1. Okay, this is the data for me. Okay, just I'm giving control enter for executing this line, and I'm going to store the data to the data frame. Data frame is a data structure which is in pandas. So in short, I say like a cart. This is one of the variable I'm going to create it, and PD is a variable we are earlier created. It have the method called data frame. Data frame. Okay, inside that you just give the data what we are created. Now we execute that line. I'm writing one more line to display the data. Just I put a cart. Okay. Okay, you see, I have a 2-dimensional data, right? Row comma column. So it has 3 rows and 2 columns. So row number 1 have apple 3 and orange 2. So to give a more detail about that, to give a more detail for this data, I'm going to give, instead of giving this index values, I'm going to give the name for a person. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the name for the person. So name of the person may be a person 1, 2, 3, like of a thing I'm going to give. How we are going to give means, we are creating the data frame, right? In that level, we are going to change the index. By default, the index value will 0, 1, 2. Now I'm going to change the index with the person name. Okay. I want to give 3 persons name. Maybe Ayappan. Then I'm giving one more name like Mithun. And I'm giving more name like Bala. Okay, Bala. Okay, just I'm giving a control enter again. It executes. Again, I'm giving heart. Control enter. Now you see the person will be displayed, right? Ayappan, Mithun, Bala. So how we are going to create a data? Ayappan buys 3 apples, 2 orange. Mithun buy 2 apples, 4 orange. Bala buy 1 apple, 1 orange. Right? This is the way to represent the data in pandas. Okay. So even this is not enough. Sometimes we have a data in a CSV format. CSV is nothing but a comma separated value. I guess you know. I will show you some files. So from that file we are able to read the data. Even Panda support the JSON format. Nowadays JSON is very popular. Data is available in what a JSON format. So we are able to read the data from that file also. Even though we have another person raising the hand. Any doubts? Please type it in the chat window. Because again this is not a traditional classroom kind of a session, right? So if you ask a question in a chat window, then I'm able to answer it. Somebody raising the question, right? Raise your hand, right? Yes, please. Any questions? Can I move further? Maybe better we'll do the session in the end of question session in the end, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. What point I stated earlier is we may read the data here directly. I'm giving the data, right? Data like 321 and then 241 is I'm directly typing it. But in real time scenario, data comes in CSV format and data comes in JSON format. Even sometimes data is in a database tables, right? We are able to read the data from table also using pandas. So the Panda package purpose is to read the data and accommodate the data into the data structure like a data frame or series or panel. I guess you got the point. I guess you got my point. I guess I'm going to open one data set here. Here you see I have a data set. I'm copying the path of that. Okay. I'm going to write one more line of code here to read the data from file now. Okay, read the data from file now. So what is the way is, again I'm creating one variable here, and the PD have one method called read CSV. Read underscore CSV. Here you see read clipboard, read CSV, read Excel, what lot of method. HDF, this is from big data environment. Okay, a Hadoop kind of an environment. Read from HTML, JSON. It provide a lot more methods. Okay, now we are looking at the CSV method only. So read CSV, then I pasted the link, path in that. So it have a heart.csv. The file name is heart.csv. We are going to read the file now. Okay, here I make the problem right. If you read the problem, you can understand that error does not exist. Heart.csv does not exist. One minute, I will check the error. Again, Vivek Rajan, I guess, raise the hand. If you have any questions. Do you have any questions, Vivek?
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, Vivek Rajan is asking that
Yes, sir.
shall we use the deep learning algorithm for COVID-19 diagnosis?
Yes, sir, definitely, sir. Yeah, Vivek, we are able to use deep learning algorithm for COVID-19. Even today, I'm going to give a demo for machine learning algorithm for COVID-19. Okay.
And
Deep
one more
learning
question
is,
from.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. Machine learning is like a base thing. Deep learning is like a huge thing. That's it. That's a difference. Yes, sir.
And one more question from Satya Prabha.
Okay, sir.
Can you tell us the recent implementation using deep learning?
Sorry, Satya Prabha, I'm not sure about the deep learning process. My area of domain is machine learning as well as big data domain. Sorry for that. Definitely, I will address your question. I will check it out and then let you know later.
And one more question from Meenakshi Karnagaran.
Okay, sir.
Could you please relate machine learning in medical imaging, sir?
Okay, okay. Yeah, like a lot of images will be taken in medical, right? Maybe think about maybe X-ray images or like what, multiple scan images will be there, right? Those things will be categorized. Okay, maybe think about that. A person, all the medical area, like all the hospitals nowadays, storing the data in a binary format. It stores, they store the data in their hard disk, right? So they analyze the particular patient and they understand why the image is like that, and based on that they give the prescription. So that is the input data, right? So based on the input data, our machine learning algorithm is able to understand and it create a model for that. If any new patient comes with the particular cause, we may map that whether the patient have the particular cause or not. So in that case, without a doctor, a particular machine is able to tell about the prediction, whether he is affected or not. Even in our case, we are going to handle the heart disease. Okay. But the heart disease data is I'm using the numerical data only, not a medical image data. Again, to handle the image data, a lot of libraries will be there in Python. Yes, sir.
That's it, sir. You may continue the session.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot for the questions, guys. I'm very much happy to answer it. But a few questions I'm not sure about that. Definitely, I will try to address it after some time. Okay. Okay. Here the problem is like the path. Maybe that may be a problem of, sometimes that may be problem of what, like internet kind of connectivity problem that may be happen. That's why I'm moving the file to here. Okay. In local environment. Okay. So how it is means like just to copy and drag and drop it. Just you what, do the drag and drop here. Okay. Now I have hard.csv, right? Okay. Just no need to give the path, the entire path here. Just I'm giving hard.csv. Just give an enter, control enter. It reads the data. Now we are not getting the error, right? That means what? Your code is perfect. It completes the task. So if you see the assignment process, what happened is right hand side will be executed first. That will be assigned to the left hand. So now DF have the data, all the data which is in the CSV file. So we need to see the particular data, right? How we are going to see the data? Again, just you type DF, enter. Here you see it displays all, right. The data that CSV file have an age, it have the column like a sex and a CP. A lot of columns will be there, and it have multiple rows. Total rows it mentioned, total columns it mentioned. So the single CSV have 3,300 rows and 14 columns. That's the thing here. Okay. So again, think about that. Python give a single line of code, right, for reading the file. That's an amazing in Python. Again, reading the CSV file in Java is also possible. Possible in C++ also possible, but not in that much of simplicity. Okay, that's the point here. Okay. So now up to now, Panda is enough, I guess. Right. Using NumPy, I'm doing what? Reading array, creating an array, and what, like doing processing that array. Up to now, what we do, the pandas, right? Using Panda, I created the data frame initially with the static data, and now I create the data frame with what? with what? Yes, CSV5. Okay. Okay. Even one more command, I missed the command here. Like I will write one more command here for this what the um, created data frame cart. So we have LOC as LOC method, location method, cart dot LOC. Okay, which is tell about that a particular person's purchase. Say for example, Mithun. So Mithun buy what are items? I am able to get it. So Mithun buys apples, 2 number of apples, oranges 4. Correct, right? So like this, lot of methods and attributes will be there in pandas. Okay. So initially we need to familiar about that. We need to know about that methods. What are the methods we are going to use and how we are going to do that. Okay. Okay. So next I'm moving to the graphical part. So matplotlib, that is one of the library. So we are going to using here. We are going to use we are going to use it here. So like the library of matplotlib. Okay, this is a library code. Okay, so for that I'm going to write it. Again, initial thing what we are going to import it, right? Like anywhere and in C, like the way in C, C++, as Java. Okay. So before that, I will tell you some more thing about the matplot. Here I will share the presentation now. Here you see, it have a collection of functions to plot the um, chart like bar chart or box plot or histogram or pie chart or scatter plotter. Okay, like a MATLAB, it have the features. Using this, you can draw your data or visualize your data. A lot more methods will be there. Here I'm just giving a few kind of a thing only. Okay, just now we are going to trying to plot a small kind of a graph now. Then you can understand how much this is feasible. So to import this, again here you command you have import matplotlib dot. It have internally it have one more thing like pyplot that we are going to import now. Okay. So I'm typing the command like import, then matplotlib dot pyplot. Here you see those things will be coming right as PLT. Okay. Control enter. Then I move to the next line. The line is like PLT dot plot of. Okay, we are going to plot a graph here. Again here you have a help, right? It gives lot of information about the particular method. Okay, and I'm going to give what here you see. I'm going to give data 1 comma 2 comma 3, then one more like 4 comma 5 comma 6 or 1. Okay, so just I'm giving control enter. It draw the plot, right? Here you see it draw the plot. Do you understand that, right? In 1, okay, 1 comma 4. Okay, this is the point. And next thing is like 2 comma 5. Okay, 2 comma 5. And the next coordination point is like 3 comma 1. Okay, 3 comma 1. So this is the way to plot the diagram using matplotlib. Okay, and we're going to give one more kind of code snippet. So for example, I'm creating an array like this, maybe 5 comma 2 comma 7. Okay, and x equal to like 2 comma 16 comma 4. Okay, and control enter. Okay, it creates the data. What was the problem? Invalid syntax. Okay, the bracket is wrong, right? So learning from the mistake is very much important. So you made a mistake in your learning and you search for that. But, just pasting the code somewhere else and executing the code is not at all good. Okay. So sit in your environment, peaceful environment, And so now I'm going to plot the diagram PLT again, PLT dot plot. Okay, plot is a method. I say x comma y. Okay, and one more method I'm going to say PLT dot title. I guess you are able to understand. I'm going to give her the title for the particular graph, right? Demo graph. Okay, that is a title for the graph. And the PLT dot y label. What do you mean it? Any guess? Y, yes, y axis label, right? Or y we are going to give a label. Yes, that is y axis label. Y axis. And again, for giving a label for x, what method will be there? PLT dot x label. Okay, so just I'm giving x axis. Okay, just you control enter. Make some error. Name y is not defined. Name y is not defined. Where it says there naming error. Sorry, this is capital Y, right? I'm giving a small y. That's a problem. Control enter again. Yes. Here you see I have the title. Okay. And here you see I have x-axis, y-axis label, and the diagram, the plot. Okay, with the values of x, y. Any doubts up to now? Okay, right. Cool, right? Very cool kind of things. Okay, this is matplot. Okay, so we are running out of time. Moving to the presentation now. Yes, this is about a scikit lab. Okay, we are going to do the code related to scikit. It's not a demo code. Sorry, that's not a fundamental code. We are going for our demo part. Okay, so normally this is like a hello world kind of a process happened in machine learning algorithm, data mining algorithm, deep learning algorithm. Okay, so what happened is we are giving the data to the algorithm, the learn algorithm. It builds the model and it gives the performance of that. If performance is okay, we are analyzing the performance of the model. If the feedback is okay, that is enough. But if the feedback is not okay, again we are changing something in the learning algorithm and build the model again and do the performance. This is a task. Okay, this kind of a task is done by we are able to done with the help of scikit-learn. Okay. Okay, so how the step-by-step process is going means initially we need to load the data. In our case, we are using CSV file. So I'm going to load the data in CSV format from the CSV file to local. And initially we need to understand the data. Okay, so we need to explore the data. That is called the exploratory data analysis. So you must understand the data and you must analyze the data. Okay, then if needed you can visualize the data like using graph. And sometimes the pre-processing needed. The pre-processing means like if data is somewhere data is not there, data is missing, or somewhere the data is not correct. At the time we are doing the pre-process of the particular data, and that may be overwritten or we can replace the data kind of a thing. Then another step is like splitting the data. So totally we get the data. The data needs to be split into two. One is for training purpose, another is for testing purpose. So we give the training data to the model. So model is learned based on that training data, and we give the test data to the model for evaluating the performance. That's the thing. That's the plan. Okay. This plan is applicable for all the data mining algorithms, machine learning algorithms, even deep learning algorithms. Okay. And the final thing is like evaluation, whether the model is good or bad, whether the model giving a good accuracy or moderate accuracy kind of stuff we are going to do. Okay, so this already we covered, right? Python environment, collab, and moving to that. So here machine learning, we are coming to the core part now. Okay, up to now we are discussing a very fundamental introduction level of thing. This is the core part of our session, machine learning in healthcare. So I'm going to discuss about the two things here. So heart disease prediction, one thing. Another thing is like COVID-19 analysis. Okay. So I have two data set. These two data set is available publicly. Okay. Kaggle, Kaggle, the website have these two data. Okay. I'll tell you that. So this is like first we are looking heart disease prediction. Okay, that is very old thing, very interesting thing also. Then we are moving to COVID-19. Okay, so heart disease prediction, for that a lot of data is available. Cleveland Clinic, this is one of the best clinic or even a biggest clinic in the world, which is in US. They are collecting huge volume of data for the heart disease. Okay, heart disease. I guess most of the people in this presentation and this workshop is biomedical peoples, right? Very much well compared to me, I guess. So these are the peoples collecting a lot of data, and they are giving the data to the public data set. Publicly they are sharing the data. Okay, patients data will be collected, that will be shared publicly. So those things will be available in UCI machine learning repository. Okay, UCI machine learning repository, this is freely available. Why they are providing this value, this data means the data is vital nowadays. We are living in the big data world. Using the data, everybody understand what happened. Okay, even nowadays, you if you switch on your TV in any news channel, if you go, they are talking about COVID-19, right? Every time they are talking with the graph, right? So where it is happened, and they are telling about that in that day the count will be there, and next day this is moved like this, nowadays this is moved like this. And they predict that whether the cost is reduced or increased. So for that purpose, data is publicly available, but data is publicly shared. So this the data is available, the hard disease data is available from this link. If you search UCI machine learning repository, and you are able to get it, I will open it. Okay, UCI machine learning repository. Okay, even Kaggle also have this. Okay, Kaggle. 1 minute, I will open a Kaggle as well as UCI. UCI Kaggle, UCI machine learning repository, and Kaggle. Heart disease UCI, right? They are telling about the data. This is heart.csv. Okay, I am getting the data from here. Okay, here you see they tell about all the things. Even I mentioned it in a presentation also. I mentioned the same. This is a machine learning repository. You have a lot of data here. Okay, I guess a lot of people know about this. Okay, so simply I close this slides. Sorry, browser. Just I am moving to the slide now. So these are the doctors, those people involved to create the data set. They create the data and they store it in a CSV file, and the file is available publicly in this repositories. Okay, and in that data, they mention the attributes of that. Number of instances available in that is 303. 303 cases will be recorded in that data. Number of attributes is 75, but 14 number of attributes will be used normally. Okay, 40 number of data is used, not all the 75 attributes. The attributes is like the patient ID is not needed actually, right? And CCF, that is social security number, that is also not needed. Age is needed definitely. Sex is needed, whether the guy is male or female. One means what? Male. Zero means what? Female. Okay, like that, lot of values will be there. Okay, lot of values. So smoke, that is one of the value. Okay, and we have pretty much we have a lot of details, right? So these things will be available in a CSV file that only we loaded earlier. Okay, okay, and in that the 14 will be prescribed for learning purpose. Those attributes are age, sex, CP, cholesterol, I guess cholesterol kind of a thing. um, Compared to me, I guess you know a lot about these attributes, right? And it have the values. Okay, it have a lot of values. Here you see FBS having value 0 or 1. Okay, and again you see chest pain, I guess this is chest pain, have a value 1 comma 4. Okay, um, and then sex, it have values like 0 comma 1. 0 represent male and then 1 represent female, right? Sorry, 0 represent female, 1 represent male. Okay, so these are the data available in that. Now we are going to get the data in that environment. Okay, 1 minute, I will move into that environment now. Okay, already we have DF, right? This is the DF. This is the data. Okay, so I'm going to do the data based on that. Okay, so heart disease. 1 minute. Heart disease prediction. Okay, so easier thing. Not no need to panic anything about this. So just I'm going to we imported the code, right? I've imported DF. Again, I'm checking whether DF is available or not. Yes, this is available. Okay, okay. Give me a minute. I will take a cup of water. Now what we are doing? We're doing data analysis. Here you see these are the columns available in that particular CSV file. All the files you see, it have the count 303. That means what? Data is not missing. Everywhere data is available. Okay, sometimes in a particular data, sometimes in what some of the files as you received from CSV or JSON format, some data will be missing. Okay, and due to some reason, so those things we need to take care. Okay, and if you want to get the shape of the particular thing, I say like df dot shape. This is one of attribute which says the particular shape of a particular data frame. Data frame what we created, right? It says like 303 14. That means 303 rows, 14 columns. Okay. Already we get it from here, right? 303 rows, 14 columns. So again, the same thing you will be get it from shape attribute. And here you see, I'm going to describe it. Df dot somebody raising Amia, I guess, raising a Kargan, I guess. If you have any questions, please type it in chat window. Any questions, please type it in chat window. Okay. So I'm moving to this, like describe is one of the method for this data frame. Here you see, we have statistical information. We are getting a statistical information. Think about that. Age is one of the attribute. Okay. And this attribute have a minimum value as well as the maximum value. That means in this record, in the gated data, I'm able to find the person who has the age of 29. That is minimum, and I'm able to find the age of the person 77. So minimum age for the patient is 29, maximum age is 77, and we have the mean, right? Mean value. What do you mean? Average value for those patients, right? 54. Okay, like that standard deviation will be there. A lot of things. Okay, you get it. This information is getted from where? With the help of describe method, which describes the data. Okay, and if you want to take the count, here you see one more thing. It have the last column that is called target. So target have the values like 0 or 1, actually 0 or 1. Okay, 0 means there is no problem. That means there is no disease for the patient. 1 means there is a disease for the patient. So we want to count that, right? So we want to know more how many persons are affected with. Again, somebody raising Aru Mugam, I guess, raising his hand. Please type it in a chat window. I will respond back. I will try to complete it now. Okay. After the session, definitely we will look at your questions. Okay. Okay. So here I'm going to know how many members are affected with the disease, right? So for that, I'm using one code. This is an array, nothing but like target is focus now. With that, we can do like we have a method called value counts. Okay, counts of. Okay, just I'm entering it. Here you see number 1 cases 165, number 0 cases 138. That means what? Active. 1 means a person having a disease. 165 5 persons are treated like what? Like heart disease. They have the heart disease. 138 persons do not have a heart disease. That's the thing. Okay. And one more thing, I'm moving to another code, moving to another line for what plotting. This is, it gives the data, okay, but if I see the data in a graphical way, that is also better, right? So for that, here I'm going to use a cbond, because earlier we are not giving that demo for that, right? Cbond, import cbond as SNA. Okay, I'm giving control enter, and using that I'm going to plot SNA dot, okay, count plot. This is one of the method for doing the counter plot. So I'm passing that what the data frame with the target value. Okay, just I'm giving an enter. The same thing is given in a pictorial way. So zero count this number one, target for target zero. What I say? No disease, no heart disease. Target one means what? They have the heart disease, right? So now what we are doing, we are not doing any machine learning. We are just analyzing the data. Okay, that is a task which needs to be taken care by the analyst or any machine learning programmer. Okay, and if needed, we need to draw the plot for that. So lot more plots we are able to do. Lot more plots. I am skipping for that because we don't have time, right? So I'm moving the main part of the code. Okay. So again, a correlation. I want to find the correlation between the values. Okay. Uh, I will give the CORR method for correlation. Here you see negative correlation will be there, as well as positive correlation also there. Negative as well as positive. What do you mean it by correlation? That means nothing but attribute like age is how much correlated with the sex. Attribute age, how much correlated with the chest pain, like that. Okay. Here you see age is negative correlated with the sex. Age is positive correlated with the cholesterol. Okay, the value is like 0.21. That is a correlation. Okay, so like that we are able to identify the attribute, what are the attributes needed for analysis, for learning. Okay, so if we may skip sometimes, if needed we may skip the negative correlations, not all the negatives. Okay, some of the way while doing the learning, like a machine learning, what happened is some of the time we may give the positive correlation as well as the negative correlation features. These are the features, right? Features about the particular patient. So we directly give the data to the machine learning, and we work out with that. Later we can understand it whether it gives the it give the impact or not, like that. Okay, if needed we can remove it also. Okay. Okay, one more thing I will do that. This is for correlation study, and another thing is like I'm going to get the data. I'm in a position to split the data now. Okay, we need to split it for training as well as testing. So machine learning algorithm having the practice, we have 303 count that needs to be split into two. Okay, how much we are going to split it? Sometimes they are following the ratio, like 70% of the data are going to be training, 30% are going to be testing, like that. Okay, we are going to do the same. 1 minute. Like initially I'm going to remove the column, the last column from this. Okay, x have um, we have ILOC, that is one of the method which is available. I need all the columns. Okay, that's why I'm putting colon here. Then I'm going to not all the all the row needed and all the column, sorry, last, not the last column. Last column have the target value, right? That is not needed for me. Values. Okay, another thing, y equal to df dot ILOC. Again I'm going to split the separate, like all the rows with only the last column. Okay, so just I'm splitting the last column with the sorry, from x to y. Okay, x have remaining values. I will show you that. Okay, so just control enter you give. They're giving some wrong thing. Okay, sorry, the practice not at all needed. It is not a method. Yes, says syntax value, right? The syntax is wrong. Now this is perfect, and just I'm printing X here. Okay, the last column is not 0 1, right? If I'm printing Y, you're able to see it have only zeros and ones. That is a target column. Okay, so these are the items. I'm splitting the column separately. Last column is in Y, and the remaining columns in X. This is for splitting purpose. Okay, and now we are entering to that Skylan, Skykitlan. So I'm importing the package like Skylan dot neighbors. So we are going to do what? Nearest neighbor algorithm. We are importing the particular k nearest neighbor classifier. Okay, so k nearest neighbor is going to be append here. I'm going to create a model for that k model. That is one of the attribute I'm going to create. So k nearest neighbor classifier of n underscore neighbors. This is one of the attribute we need to give. So I'm going to give 3 numbers. Nearby 3 neighbors will be considered in this. Okay, so just I'm entering the code. Say some error. N neighbors, neigh bo, yes, bors. Spelling mistake is there. That's why it says the error. Yes, I'm entering the code now. Okay, just I'm going to split now. The model going to be, the data going to be splitted. So for that, again, one more package we need to import, that is called a train test split. Okay, again, that is coming from sklan only. Sklan dot model selection import. It have the package called train test split. Okay, and I'm going to do like x train, comma x test, comma y train, y test. I'm going to create a data only. Just I'm going to create a data train underscore test underscore split. Somebody using my screen, right? So only 1 minute. I'm going to close it. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Split off. Okay. X comma y comma test underscore size. Test underscore size equal to 0.3. That means I'm going to split the data in 70-30 ratio. Okay, 70% is for training and 30% is for testing. Okay, here I mentioned the test data. Okay, syntax error. Yes, so it's fine. Okay, simply I'm showing that shape of the particular train. X train dot shape gives the shape of the particular thing. 12 rows will be considered with the 13 columns, and x test dot shape. This is for the particular remaining for testing purpose. Okay, so out of 303, 212 I'm taking for training, 91 I'm taking for testing. So these data needs to be given to the model. From this 212 cases, it understand it. Okay, it train that like our brain going to build the model, right? Like that it trains, and finally yeah, we are giving the test data for that, and it identifies the cases whether the person going to be affected or not going to affected by the disease of heart. Okay, so that is the process. Okay, one more command we need to give, like fit command. Okay, so the fit command is like a k model. Kindly bear with me for 2 minutes. or at least 1 minute. That's it. X train, comma, yeah, Y train. So this is for training purpose. I'm training the model. Okay, the model is training. Here it have a lot of attributes. Okay, Minskovic, that is one of the algorithm which is used by default for metrics. A number of neighbors, we are using 3 here. Okay, lot of things going on here. Okay, just we are going to what predict. Going to predict. I'm going to predict it. So what I say, like y, I'm going to create a k model dot predict. Okay, predict with the x train. Okay, one more command. What I say, like y with double equal. I'm checking that whether it is going to train dot sum of slash which have the length. I'm finding the length of train x train. Okay, train. Just I'm giving an enter. That is perfect. This is for 0.7. Okay, so like this we are able to analyze it, analyzing the algorithm. Okay, so it trains with this particular number of accuracy like 0.79, and that means 79%. Okay, so we need to give a lot more code for that. Sorry for that delay. So what is the thought is like, just I want to give the base as well as mid level of information to you. That's why I am and even I am trying to give step by step process. Even I have one more data set for COVID-19 analysis. It have a lot of data related to the continents, like data, how many cases are confirmed, how many deaths, and then recovery. We are able to draw the diagram which is nowadays shown to the TV channels. But due to the time constraint, I'm not going to do that. Okay, sorry for the deadline. And moving to the next, any questions please? Better, this is maybe a question time. This is a long session, right? Any questions? If you ask, I will address you to you.
Yes, sir. There
Yes,
is
ma'am.
a query in a YouTube streaming.
Okay, ma'am.
Sir, Ms. Vimala Shanmugavel has asked a query. Her
Okay.
query is, kindly give us similarities of other programs like SPSS, MATLAB, or programming
Okay.
with Python. What way it is advanced? This is her query, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am. Like, I forgot the name of the guy who is asking the question. Lot more libraries, a lot more ways to do the machine learning process. But what my point is, like, libraries, number of libraries who is going to support is huge in Python compared to other terms, as you are telling that, right? At the same time, huge forum communities available in Python. If you have any doubts in Python, a lot of open source forums will be there. You can ask a question to them, and they will definitely give the answer back. So, like that, community support is available, and that's why Python is better.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Any other questions, ma'am?
Mm, No, sir. That's all the queries, sir. That's all, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And thanks for that. Thanks for your patience. In these days, a lot more participants are there in this workshop. I'm really very much happy for that. Even you are spending your time in a meaningful way. That's the main thing. Because in this lockdown period, a lot of people's not doing a perfect things, right? Even I'm also not doing perfect things on all the days. But this is the best time for me in my life, because I'm sharing my knowledge to everyone. At least if it reaches to 10 percentage or 20 percentage of the people in this crowd is happy for me. And once again, thanks for the given opportunity.
Scheme, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
So one more question from one more participant, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, please, sir.
Let me connect her, sir. Please wait.
Sure.
Yeah, ma'am, you are connected, ma'am. You may ask the question now.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
You have told about the heart detection, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Even COVID-19 analysis also could be detected by using this machine learning, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
You have told, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Even detection of tumors is also possible using machine learning. Is that possible?
Yeah. Anything we can. Yeah, in health line domain, not only in the healthcare domain, a lot more opportunities are available in machine learning because the complex problem, right? What I said, like is spam filtering, okay, and voice recognition, like that. The complex task like the tumor detection, okay, and heart disease. Not only heart disease, any kind of issues which is in healthcare, those things will be analyzed by the machine learning program.
So for rather than using other languages, this Python would be very good useful in machine learning, sir.
Yes, because it have lot of libraries and the community support will be there. This is open source, right? Each and every day, a lot of people is writing their own library. Okay, so Cbon is compared to Matplotlib. Cbon is better. Early days Cbon is not there. Nowadays we are using a Cbon because of the support. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Any other questions, sir?
Is there any other queries? Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Can I move further, ma'am?
Thank you, sir.
I'm giving a handout to you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. The session was highly interactive and knowledge sharing, and your explanations are simple and clear. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
On behalf of faculty members of Department of Biomedical Engineering, PSNA College of Engineering and Technology, I thank our management, principal, head of all the departments, and all the higher officials for granting permission and supporting us to organize this session. I thank the students and faculties for their contribution in carrying out this session smoothly. I thank all the participants for their coordination and making this session a grand success. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Okay, sir. With this, we will end up the session, sir.
Yeah, okay. Sure, ma'am. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everybody.